Whether as a result of stupidity or sheer bad luck, baboons often end up clashing with leopards and lions, and when that happens, they never walk out of these confrontations victorious or even alive. They almost always end up becoming dinner, which is exactly what we're about to see today. Life or death tension mounted as a baboon found itself trapped at a branch's end here, desperately trying to evade hungry lions. While one lioness attempted pursuit into the tree, her target maintained a precarious position on the thinnest branches that couldn't support the predator's weight. The baboon's strategy proved sound, staying focused on the highest, most delicate limbs where the lioness dared not follow. Each movement required perfect balance and nerve, as any fall would deliver it straight to the other lions waiting below. Despite the lioness's determined attempts to reach its prey, the baboon held firm to its survival strategy. The primate's understanding of weight dynamics turned its seemingly desperate position into an effective defense. But it was doomed to end up in the clutches of the hungry big cats eventually, as the lioness was probably going to lose patience in the end and climb after it. Desperate resistance proved futile when a baboon attempted to fend off a climbing lion from its broken tree sanctuary here. Despite the primate's reputation for toughness, the size difference became painfully apparent during their close quarters encounter. The baboon's defensive strikes, though determined, highlighted the mismatch, its small paws bouncing ineffectively off the predator's massive frame. Even a direct hit to the lion's face failed to make any impact, the primate's best effort proving insignificant against its larger opponent. The power disparity became crystal clear when the lion responded with a single casual swipe. The minimal effort behind the lion's strike still proved devastating, instantly destabilizing the baboon's position. Unable to maintain its grip after the hit, the primate slipped from its position and the big cat's jaws were right there to receive it. They say the perfect ambush doesn't exist, but when you see this clip, you won't have any other way of describing it. This leopard successfully snatched one member of a baboon troop. The captured baboon's companions immediately mounted a collective response, their distressed calls filling the air as they attempted to rescue their fallen member. But fear kept them from directly engaging the powerful predator, even though they were desperate to intervene. The baboons ultimately failed to save their companion, and the vicious big cat got to keep its meal. There was an army of baboons there, but even an army of them is no match for a single hungry leopard. And once the salivating predator had caught its prey, taking it away from it became impossible. Tragedy struck without warning when a massive crocodile exploded from the water here, targeting a passing baboon. The reptile's initial strike caught the baboon's tail, followed by a devastating grip on its arm. The baboon found itself in an utterly hopeless situation. The crocodile's legendary bite force left no possibility of breaking free, while its aquatic advantage made any attempt to escape futile. The primate's strength proved useless against the ancient predator's specialized hunting adaptations, and every struggle against the crocodile's grip only served to highlight the inevitable outcome of this encounter. There was never any hope for the poor baboon, and its struggling only served to give it false hope, which probably made its fate all the more painful. Raw brutality unfolded as a lion methodically devoured a baboon here. The predator's systematic approach involved pinning the baboon down using its paws and massive weight. Despite its hopeless situation, the baboon made one final futile attempt at movement, its hand twitching in a last display of desperate life force. The gesture proved meaningless against the lion's overwhelming dominance of the situation. The predator's occasional pause to scan its surroundings suggested awareness of potential threats or competition, though it maintained complete control over its helpless prey. The lions had secured the night's dinner, and letting it go was simply not an option, no matter how much that dinner might have struggled. Vengeance drove an impala to turn predator here, launching repeated attacks at a baboon troop that was nearby. The typically peaceful antelope demonstrated unusual aggression, specifically targeting young baboons while keeping its own fawn safely distant from the conflict. The impala's tactical approach showed surprising intelligence, using the threat to baboon offspring as a strategy to draw attention away from its own young. Though initially scattered by the antelope's fierce charges, the baboons quickly organized a group defense, forcing their unusual attacker to retreat. Undeterred by initial failure, the impala returned multiple times, forcing the baboons to seek refuge in the trees. Its persistent attacks suggested a calculated revenge rather than random aggression. The normally docile herbivore's transformation into an aggressor was probably the result of the baboons trying to harm it, or as a precautionary measure so that they wouldn't. Playful chaos turned to terror when a lion interrupted a troop of baboons enjoying their treetop recreation here. The primates' peaceful moment shattered as they attempted to flee, inadvertently alerting the lion to their presence, even though it hadn't noticed them initially. Natural selection played out in brutal efficiency, as the lion easily caught the slowest member of the fleeing group. While the surviving baboons continued their panicked retreat, the captured one found itself completely at the mercy of its much more powerful opponent. The lion, having secured its target, showed no interest in pursuing the remaining troop members. Their distant presence and distress calls meant nothing to the predator, now focused entirely on its captured prey. With its meal secured, the big cat settled into enjoying its successful hunt, completely ignoring the other baboons. A solitary lion's successful baboon hunt quickly transformed into a feeding frenzy when its pride detected the kill. The initial predator, attempting to enjoy its meal in relative privacy near a cave, found its dinner party unexpectedly crashed by eager pride members. Like students swarming a classmate's snack, the lions converged on the single baboon carcass with surprising speed. The original hunter's attempt at a private meal behind the bushes proved futile as the scent of fresh prey drew the attention of every nearby pride member. The feeding scene demonstrated the hierarchy and sharing behaviors of lion society, though sharing might be too gentle a term for the competitive feast. What started as one lion's personal catch became a pride-wide buffet, with multiple powerful predators converging on the relatively small prey. Fatal irony struck when a baboon's warning calls from a treetop perch led predators straight to its location. The primate's attempt to alert others transformed into an unintentional dinner bell for the hunting lions below. The baboon's elevated position, initially seeming safe, became a tactical trap as multiple lions gathered beneath. Its vocal alerts, meant as a survival strategy for its troop, instead pinpointed its position for the hungry predators. The sudden silence that followed marked the moment the lion's patience paid off, the baboon's warning cries cutting off in one final gasp after it foolishly tried to get down and escape on foot. The scene transformed swiftly from hunt to feast as the pride converged on their meal. The lions settled into their impromptu gathering, sharing their prize with the casual ease of a family Sunday lunch. What began as one baboon's attempt to protect others concluded as a communal meal for the hungry pride. Here's a tragic mismatch that unfolded when a lone baboon found itself surrounded by multiple adolescent lions, its fate sealed by overwhelming odds and basic biology. The primate's desperate attempt to escape highlighted the cruel disparity in natural capabilities between predator and prey. The baboon's maximum speed of 30 miles per hour proved futile against lions capable of 50-mile-per-hour bursts, making its flight attempt an exercise in inevitable failure. Size difference compounded the disadvantage, as the lion's larger frames allowed them to easily outmaneuver and seize their smaller target from behind. One lion made the decisive move, catching the baboon and crushing its hopes. Nature's unforgiving mathematics, the speed difference, size disparity, and overwhelming numbers turned what might have been a chase into a foregone conclusion, leaving the baboon no realistic chance of survival. This ground-dwelling baboon troop quickly realized why they have the ability to climb trees and why they should stay up there. While most primates fled immediately, one overconfident member sought refuge in a very low tree branch, fatally misjudging the lion's capabilities. The baboon's assumption of safety proved catastrophic when the lion demonstrated its surprising agility, launching itself upward with explosive power. The predator's leap shattered any illusion of arboreal sanctuary, its powerful legs snatching the shocked primate from its position in mere seconds. Having secured its prey in one fluid motion, the lion wasted no time retreating with its catch firmly locked in its jaws. The remaining baboons could only watch as their former companion disappeared in the lion's grasp, as there was absolutely nothing they could do to rescue it without getting caught themselves. Despite their renowned climbing abilities and agility, these three monkeys found their natural talents rendered useless when confronted by a young lion. Their panicked flight demonstrated how quickly typical advantages can evaporate in the face of superior predatory power. The juvenile lion's attack came with shocking speed, proving that even inexperienced predators possess lethal efficiency. Before its victim could process the danger, much less employ any evasive tactics, the young cat had already secured its prize. The successful ambush proved that age doesn't always matter, that even an adolescent apex predator commands respect and possesses the tools needed to overcome multiple, presumably more experienced prey animals.
Did you enjoy this video? Please let us know in the comments section down below. And don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. And please, turn on your notifications bell to get notified when we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.